All right, let's get into it.
Sixth
James
Man of
Harden.
the Year was just the beginning for James Harden. His innovative offensive style has defined the modern era as a three-point shooter and a force driving the lane.
I hope they don't put
Three-time
Philly
scoring champ
Harden in
and
there. He
MVP,
sucks right
the
now, bro.
Beard appeared in one NBA Finals and has his eye on more.
Spoke to mom about the facial hair. Are you going to keep it?
Maybe for a few more weeks, but I'll take that into consideration.
Crossover, pulls back, shot clock at 2, puts it up, puts it in. Oh my goodness, Beard the Beard.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, this is gonna be a wild statement. The most underrated player.
He never put that into consideration. The
Another
beard.
player that bet on himself, took over a team from a six-man, and absolutely put that organization on his back. And at this point, he could play point guard and lead the league in assists. He could play point guard or two and lead the league in points. I don't know very many players ever that can switch that on and off the way he can. He's
He had to though.
unstoppable when it comes to scoring. And that's
He
just a
is.
fact.
He was. Houston won. Houston Harden. Oh my God, bro. Step back. Everything, bro. This right here. Woo.
We traded for James very late in training camp. And so he comes in, and, you know, we had played against him when he was at OKC. He was still a young player. So he wasn't the James Harden that he is today. But he got in there, and I'll tell you, he made some his vision was elite. I mean, he made some passes, and he made some things happen that first day of practice. I went like, man, I just didn't think this guy had this type of vision for
They didn't look. They didn't look at him
he,
carefully.
he made
OKC.
passes to far corners and around the court. When you've been around the game as long as I have, you watch guys, and all of a sudden, you know, he'll be driving left and just throw a dart to the far corner. You're like, how did you see that? Like, I mean, that, you know, he did stuff like that. That's when I went like, because I knew he could score. I knew he was very clever at getting fouled and very good at drawing fouls. But his passing was really something that I literally looked at when like, wow.
You would have me into this top
His
75
passes are
most
good
iconic
though.
list.
Ever?
Yeah.
Just coming from where I come from, man, just to even be in the NBA, and that was like a far-fetched dream.
Oh, that's a
I mean,
clean. That's
not
a
just
clean
making it, but
sweater.
sustaining. Like, this game has given me so much, man. It's a beautiful thing. So I'm just blessed to be a part of that, you know, that list, and they don't stop.
James Harden is someone who can score in his sleep.
Crawford.
He's a little stronger than you think he is, a little quicker than you think he is. He can shoot a little better.
He's not that quick anymore though.
His
Not
basketball
Philly
IQ
Harden.
is underrated to me. That's the one thing where it's like
Not Philly
people
Harden.
don't give him credit for how intelligent he is. His basketball intelligence is why he's one of the best players ever.
In Philly, he's just doing pick and rolls,
Shatter
bro.
scoring records. We've seen him.
That's all
break
he's
his own
doing.
record, so to speak.
Pick
he
and roll
does
and
it
a little
consistently.
bit ball
The
hogging.
step back and the handle and, you know, the craftiness, the shiftiness.
Woo! When I seen that on Kyrie, it's so quick, bro. As soon as you twitch a little bit, he's gone, bro.
Under 2 to play. Harden, step back, puts up the 3, got hit.
Yeah, and the Clippers.
He just looked at the crowd and said, wow.
Paul George
In
said,
high school, he was
nah.
he had a professional game in high school. He had a professional makeup. He had a professional candor.
I didn't know
professional
beard.
swag,
Looks weird.
right? And people say it, like back then that he had an old man's game, right? Meaning that, you know, it didn't look like he was putting forth a lot of effort, but he was effective. And so when you watch the trajectory, you know, of his
Of course,
career,
yeah.
every level he's dominated, but because he makes it look so easy.
It's become
Yeah.
a skill that he's developed. He knows
It's
how
like
to
a-
get fouled. He knows how
It's
to make
like
it look like.
it's like an easy.
Oh, and there's James Harden with these incredible numbers. Oh, and there's James Harden, you know, the 3rd, 4th pick in the draft, right? And so you start to see his value. As
Bro, I cannot wait for the Kawhi video, bro. I cannot wait for the Kawhi video.
And that makes Harden number 3 all-time
Mhm.
three-point shooting, passing.
Hey man, we better go far these playoffs. I swear. Ooh!
Man, I was a huge fan of James Harden, watching him tear up my Arizona Wildcats when he was at ASU. So, you know, I was real fond of his game, and then becoming his teammate, I really got to see it up close and personal. Like, his basketball IQ, his ability to make his guys around him better are things that get overlooked because he's so good with the ball.
He's
in
an
his
elite
hands,
three-point
and
shooter,
he's so
bro.
good individually as a one-on-one player. He easily could have
He,
2 to 3 MVPs. In one of the years I played
ooh,
with
and
him,
then
it
he's
probably wasn't
gone.
one of his
God
best
dang,
years,
but
and he didn't win the MVP. But he took us to the Western Conference Finals the year Golden State won their first championship.
Yeah, make sure
yeah.
I'm great. I'm healthy. I'm in a place where I can be the best James Harden. I can be on the court. So my job is to come out there and help the entire team win the championship.
He used to take over in
James
the
Harden's led
playoffs,
the
bro.
NBA in scoring 3 times. He's led the NBA in assists once, and particularly if you look at it through sort of a modern analytical lens, there's an argument to be made that he's one of the top 2 or 3 offensive players of all time.
No question
Facts.
about it, Matt. When
Facts.
you look at James Harden's career, he came in as a backup, coming off the bench, 6-man for OKC, and then when he moves on, the ball goes into his hands more, and he's proven that he can get to any spot on the floor, and he kind of changed the game and how the rules are about the game with the step-back shooter, and more importantly,
Yeah.
living at the free throw line.
Free
Arguably
throw
the
line,
best to
bro.
ever do it.
He's also sort of created a mold for other players like him, and you've seen it around the NBA where
But that's the
players
fat
will
Harden.
identify a high-usage guy, give him the ball, let him run the offense. Somebody like Luka Doncic, for instance, owes
Oh,
a bit
Luca.
of
Yeah,
gratitude to
Luca.
James Harden to win
Yeah.
this league.
Yeah.
Great question, Matt. Now young players out there understand if the ball's in your hand, you can attack the defense, not always look to score the basketball. Understanding when 2 people are on you, somebody's open.
Step
We've
back.
never seen